What's up, folks? It's your buddy Fatalroadie. Tonight we're going to be doing the Raw recap. We started off with the new Universal Champion, Roman Reigns, coming out. He's greeted by a sea of mixed reactions from the crowd, which is shortly changed to a "You suck" chant. Roman Reigns says he's a man of his word. He said he would beat Roman Reigns, and he did. It only took how many times for it to happen? The crowd responds with a "You still suck" chant. Roman Reigns says he will defend his title tonight, but he's not going to give an open challenge. He's going to offer it to one person, and that's going to be Finn Balor. So Finn Balor comes out, he accepts Roman Reigns' challenge, and says that he will take his title back. Then Baron Corbin comes out, he says that the match ain't happening, and he continues to bitch about last night's match with Finn Balor, that he wasn't prepared to fight Demon Balor. Then Kurt Angle comes out, and he makes the match tonight, Finn Balor versus Roman Reigns for the Universal title. And then he sets up a match, which is next, Baron Corbin versus Bobby Lashley. This is a pretty decent match. It had a pretty good run time. There was a good bit of back and forth between Lashley and Corbin. Bobby Lashley got the pin. Backstage, Paul Heyman approaches Kurt Angle and says that he wants his rematch for Brock Lesnar, and Kurt Angle tells him that that's going to be a very long time before that happens. Then we have a 6-women tag team match, Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Ember Moon versus the Riot Squad.
Jesus Christ.
Seriously, this is ridiculous. We've seen this combination way too many times. I think for the past month and a half, maybe 2 months, there have been a combination of this 6 people every single week. And personally, I've seen this too many times to even care. Then we have Triple H coming out. He talks up the Super Showdown. He talks about the past and that he's going to be ready for The Undertaker. We then have a recap of the Roman Reigns Brock Lesnar match. And then we have Dean Ambrose with Seth Rollins in his corner versus Dolph Ziggler with Drew McIntyre in his corner. This is a pretty decent match. I liked it. There was the usual interference with Drew McIntyre. It was definitely an impressive return of Dean Ambrose. He got the dirty deeds on Dolph Ziggler for the pin. Then we have Elias, once again, wasting more time.
What the fuck?
He's interrupted by Kurt Hawkins, looking to end his 218 match losing streak. He continues to pick a fight, so we have a match.
And to make a long story short, too late.
And Kurt Hawkins is now 0-219. We then have the Authors of Pain versus Titus Worldwide. And to quote Linkin Park, so here we go for the 100th time. We then have Stephanie McMahon coming out for the coronation of Ronda Rousey as a women's champion. The ring is surrounded by the women's roster. Stephanie McMahon takes credit for everything as usual. Ronda Rousey comes out and she talks up the women's division. Stephanie McMahon tries to turn everyone against her, and then Ronda Rousey puts Stephanie McMahon into the armbar once again. She rolls out of the ring, she's being taken care of by the heels, and the faces celebrate in the ring. We then have 2 back-to-back joke matches, featuring the members of the Revival versus the B-Team, Bo Dallas versus Scott Dawson. Scott Dawson won this one, and Curtis Axel versus Dash Wilder, and Dash Wilder won it. Like I said, 2 joke matches. Backstage, Stephanie McMahon makes Baron Corbin acting general manager.
Oh shit. There goes the planet.
Which means if Raw hasn't sucked before, it's definitely going to start sucking now. We then come to our main event, Finn Balor versus Roman Reigns for the Universal title. This is a really good match. There was a ton of action between Balor and Reigns. Just as it started getting good, Braun Strowman comes walking down the ramp. This distracts Roman Reigns. Finn Balor takes up, knocking Roman down, sets up for the coup de grace but misses, ends up eating a spear, and Roman Reigns gets the pin. Braun Strowman then gets into the ring, lands Roman Reigns with a big boot, and then cashes in his contract. The match is announced, the bell hasn't rung yet, and then Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose come out dressed as the Shield. They surround the ring. A fight breaks out between the Shield and Braun Strowman is put through the announcer's table, and the members of the Shield stand tall. Now this does bring into question whether or not Braun Strowman's Money in the Bank contract is now wasted, being that the bell was never rang. I guess we'll have to either find out later on, probably tomorrow on SmackDown, or next week on Raw. This is an okay Raw. There were some pretty good matches, there were some pretty bad matches as well. I'm getting sick and tired of seeing the Authors of Pain going up against Titus Worldwide, and the combination of Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Ember Moon versus the Riot Squad. These 2 sets have been done I don't know how many millions of times. Can we please move on, put them up against somebody else? Because this is ridiculous. It's stupid. The other matches, however, were pretty good. But that'll do it for this episode of Raw Recap. Leave a comment down below what you thought of tonight's SmackDown or what you thought of this video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to share and subscribe. I've been Fatalroadie. You've been awesome. Thank you very much for watching. And remember, if it's too loud, you're too old. See ya.